All right, this is probably going to be really short because there's only one page. And honestly, I was going to do this yesterday, but I kind of forgot to because there was a different game that came out the other day. So we're doing it today. All right, skill 1. Okay, also the conditionals. Well, okay, so first off, X plus bleed plus burn. So our first burn ID of the season. It's cool. Gain coin power. So it's not for every, so it's just gain coin power. And there is a reason for this, and that would be something in the passive because of the thing that gives final power, but we'll get to that. But so on use heal SP, not sure why, but okay, why not? On hit inflict bleed. On hit deal blunt bonus damage. Sure. I mean, you're already doing blunt damage. You could have just increased the percent damage you're doing. I don't know why you're deal blunt bonus damage. Sure, why not? All right. On hit, if this unit has the middle styled augmentation tattoos, inflict bleed count. So what you really want on this ID is these augmentation tattoos thing, and you get it by doing skill 3s, but we'll get to that. If target has X plus burn plus bleed, gain coin power. So once again, not for every X plus, it's if the target has that, gain coin power. So I'm guessing this is going to be like, I don't know, maybe 4 base power, 4 coin power, gaining 1, and then 4 base power, 4 coin power, gaining 1. I don't know how much final power she's going to get from her, from the augmentation tattoos, but we'll see. So yeah, skill 2, burn plus bleed again. Combat start, skill gains offense level by highest resin divided by X. Probably like 3, I would guess. If there was an A resin in the resin chain, multiply by X the amount of offense level gained from the above effect. Probably by 2, I would guess. On use, gain aggro onto the slot next turn. Sure, why not? On use, if this unit has thermal blades, on hit with certain coins, inflict burn by the base amount of bleed the skill inflicts. Okay, so I'm guessing it means coins 1 and 2 because those are the only ones with bleed. And I don't know why it would be coins plural if it was only 1 coin. So yeah, not sure how that's gonna be. Inflict bleed count. Deal blunt bonus damage. Again, I'm not sure why. On hidden, if this unit has the middle style augmentation tattoos, inflict paralyze and bind next turn. That's good, right? That's good. Paralyze and bind. Those aren't bad. Because even 1 paralyze can be helpful, depending on the fight. So yeah, it's not bad. Especially just on a random skill 2, like, yeah, why not? Better than on a skill 3, so. Alright, and then for the skill 3, if target has X plus burn plus bleed, gain coin power. Combat start, if the skill gains offense level by highest resin divided by X. If there was an A resin in the resin chain, multiply by X the amount of offense level gained from the above effect, kind of like the skill 2. On use, if this unit has thermal blades, on hit with certain coins, inflict burn by the base amount of bleed this skill inflicts. So what it kind of seems like to me is every instance of bleed, it basically doubles up as burn as long as you have thermal blades active. So I don't really know how to activate it yet, but we'll get to that. Okay, on use, if this unit has thermal blades, on hit with certain coins, inflict burn by, okay, I think we already went over that. On use, gain final power for every X. The middle grudge on self. So this is important. After attack, consume all the middle grudge on self. That's important. Consuming all of that. Because I think that's what gives the augmentation tattoos. We'll confirm it in like 2 seconds when we get to it. After attack, if the skill was activated as a counter skill, gain blunt damage of next turn. On hit, inflict bleed, bleed count, deal envy resin times X% of this coin's final damage as slash bonus damage. That, sure, why not? Why not throw some slash damage in on a blunt skill? Well, yeah, why not mix things up a little bit? Why not? On hit, inflict bleed. Okay. So, and 2, 3, and 4 are good coin spreads. Like those are good amounts for coins. But those are usually better when they have, when they're gaining coin power up to 2 on the coins. Because gaining final power on 4 coins, it doesn't really matter. Right, because final power, you can have 1 coin, you could have 5 coins. Final power is always going to give you the same. When you have more coins, coin power is worth more. So it would have been better to get more coin power on it, but who knows, maybe the final power will be like 4, and then you'll have as much coin power at the start. So we'll see. All right, now for one of the most important parts of the entire kit is the counter. Combat start at X plus sum of NVA resin, use Violet Breaking Slam as counter. So you just get to use an extra skill 3 just for getting a resin, which if you're running a middle team or an envy resin team, that's probably gonna happen a lot, especially if everyone has an envy defense skill. You can basically use skill 3 every turn because what's really stopping you in the first place? I don't think anything. Combat start, gain X% of missing HP as shield. Okay. That's good. Gaining shield on a counter. Yeah, that's good. On hit, lower the user's stagger threshold. On hit, inflict bleed. Okay, that's fine. Because it's probably going to activate the skill 3 the majority of the time anyway. Well, if you get the resonance with it. Okay. Thermal weapon. This unit is considered as an identity that inflicts burn and bleed. If the unit has thermal blades, skills that inflict bleed are considered as skills that inflict both burn and bleed. So I guess they're making it clear that even though these skills don't say burn on them exactly, like skill 1 for example, they still count as burn skills is what it's saying. So like for MD, you can probably still run it in a burn team and still it'll count towards like one of the 5 that you need to use the tier 4 things or whatever, is what I'm guessing that means. Because I mean the only other time they've had a passive like this that like identifies what status type the thing is for Ring Yisong, because that was kind of a mess. Because they didn't want it to apply to every status, and they just said, yeah, no, it's a bleed unit, so we're gonna give it a passive that just lets people know it's just a bleed unit. So now this is kind of a passive letting people know it's both bleed and burn for this ID. So that's fine. Turn end, inflict vengeance mark to the enemy that dealt the most skill damage to an ally this turn. Alright, sure. Every time this unit hits an enemy, gain the middle grudge. That's good. When another middle faction ally is hit by an enemy, gain the middle grudge. That's also good. Target is attacked. If target that attacked this unit or an ally has vengeance mark, gain even more middle grudge. Good. Combat start, if dashboard has NVA resin, multiply by X the amount of middle grudge gained this turn. What? Combat start, if the dashboard has NVA resin, multiply by X the amount of middle grudge. What does that mean? Oh, it multiplies the amount of middle grudge gained this turn. Okay. Not multiply by X the amount of that. Multiply by X the amount of grudge gained. Okay. Alright, that was worded a little weirdly for a sec. Or, I don't know, maybe I just misunderstood that. Anyways, gain the middle styled augmentation tattoos every time this unit consumes X the middle grudge. This is where the final power comes from. The augmentation tattoos, base skills gain final power for every X stacks. Forget the extra damage for now. Gain final power for every X stacks. So you want to be consuming the middle grudge. And the only way to do that in this entire kit is the skill 3. But you can activate the skill 3 more often with the counter. So basically what you want to do is use the counter and get full NVA resin every turn, because what's the downside? Is there a single downside to that? I don't see one so far. Combat start if this unit does not have thermal blades, and at X plus NV resin gain thermal blades next turn. Wait, hold on. Okay, combat start if this unit does not have thermal blades, and at X plus NV resin gain thermal blades next turn. So I don't know if they go away. Combat start if this unit has thermal blades, gain NV resin divided by X thermal blades at turn end. So I don't think the thermal blades go away, right? It looks like you just need NV resin and then you just have thermal blades the rest of the fight. So that's kind of awkward, but sure, why not? Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it works. Sure, why not? A little bit weird, but okay. All right. Combat start if this unit has thermal blades, gain NV resin divided by X thermal blades at turn end. Oh, okay. So you need to keep using NV resin to keep the thermal blades. Although I'm guessing it's gonna be a different number for amount you need to get it started versus amount you need to keep it. Potentially, not sure. Support passive, number 1, deployed identities, base attack skill power, base attack skills gain clash power. I don't know why I messed up so bad on that. If the dashboard has NVA resin, number 1 deployed identity deals more damage with base skills. So base attack skills gain clash power, and NVA resin give more damage too. I mean, sure. I'm guessing this is gonna activate with NV resin or A resin, because there's no way they just give you a free clash power up on every single turn. That would be a bit much. So it's probably gonna be resonance. I mean, I would guess it would be NV, maybe like 3 or 4. 2 would be too easy, I feel like. Maybe 3. I don't think that would be A resin though. That would be a bit much. Probably like 3 NV resonance for that, I would guess. Middle style augmentation tattoos, base skills gain final power for every X stack, NV skills and blunt damage deal more damage for every X stack. So yeah, you want to get your augmentation tattoos, so you just want to spam your counters to use your skill 3s to consume the grudge effect, and then you get your final power up. The middle, grudge, if target has vengeance mark, deal more damage. Okay, they don't really say what vengeance mark is here, but I guess they have that in another ID. Thermal blades, if target hit by base skills has burn, heal SP. That's good. Inflict burn when inflicting bleed with certain skills, coins. That's kind of what the other skills already tell us. Turn end, reduce stack. Okay, so turn end reduces stack. Got it. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a very straightforward unit. Very simple, not too complicated, I feel like. So that's always good to see when there's just one page and it's very straightforward. So I mean, yeah, you would want to counter and build up grudge, and then you want to consume it. Well, I guess you just build up naturally. So you just want to consume it, and then you get final power up. And then NV resin keeps your thermal blades on. So I don't know how well that'll work in an actual burn team as of right now, because I don't know if burn teams have a lot of NV on them currently. Because it looks like you need NV resonance to keep the burn going. But yeah, I don't really. I mean, yeah, she has Wrath and Lust skill 1 and 2s, which, I mean, yeah, those are, like, Wrath is common in burn, Lust is also kind of common in burn too now, but, I mean, like, there's not burn on those skills inherently, though, because, like, those don't give her any NV resonance to activate the burn with. So it looks like she's either gonna be using her skill 3 or her counter to go into her burn mode, and then she'll be fine using her other skills. But like, when she's not in an envy team, it doesn't seem like she's gonna be playing as well as she would in an envy team. So she kind of needs an envy build around her, is what it looks like to me. But I mean, it could be a really low requirement. I mean, even so, there's not a lot of envy skills in a burn team right now. There's what, like Liu Yisong's skill 3. That's kind of it. Like, who else has envy on the burn team right now? I can't think of anyone. I mean, the Heisho, Sinclair, and Heathcliff, I think they have envy skills, but I don't know if they're really on the, I mean, I guess they're on the burn team, but they're not like primary burn units, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how the ID looks when it actually releases. I feel like it could be a good generalist, well, in an envy team. Blunt damage as well, looks like it's good for. I mean, yeah, it looks like she increases her own damage percentage wise as well with the tattoos thing. Envy skills and blunt damage do more damage for every X stack. So yeah, yeah, she looks solid so far. Looks like a very simple unit to use, not too much words everywhere. Yeah. Alright, it's gonna be over now. See ya.